Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Reddit League. We are here now for season number 11. It's been quite the ride. My first YouTube video ever was a Reddit League video, and it was back in season number 3. I believe I got promoted in season 3 from Division 5 to Division 4, and then I spent seasons 4 through 10 in Division 4, and I have finally gotten promoted to Division 3, which is pretty exciting. However, the competition is kind of crazy, which makes sense given I got promoted, but there are a lot of really good players in this division. Jason definitely stands out. He's somebody who's won like the GeoGuessr Challenge League and is just an insanely good all-around player. But also Blaboo is super scary. Ted's, I think, has gotten promoted like a bunch of times, so he's someone to watch out for. Pashtetli, Karp, I mean, everyone in this division is super, super strong. So I need to be at the top of my game if I want to not only get promoted, but even stay in the division. First week is in Canada, which I think should be interesting. I'm playing against Blaboo, who I honestly think is one of the strongest players in the division. And Canada is going to be, I think, one of the easier maps of the season. I can take a look at the schedule here so you can get a sense for what the season is going to look like. So we're starting in Canada, North Macedonia, Taiwan, World Map, Break Week, Vermont, Australia, Asia, Uruguay, and Kazakhstan. So yeah, most of those are more difficult. I guess there's also Andorra and another world map. Anyway, most of those are more difficult than Canada. So there's definitely pressure to 25k or at least win. Although to be fair, I mean even if I 25k, I'm not guaranteed to win because my opponent is also good. But 25k would guarantee me at least 3 points in the table, which would be super nice. And I got a fair few 25ks last season after getting almost none in all the seasons before that. So it seems to be a trend in the right direction. But yeah, I mean, we're just going to see how this season goes. I don't have too much else to say about it. I did 25k the seeds for Division 5 and Division 4 right before playing this. So I guess I'm warmed up. I guess that's not true. I got 24,998 in Division 4. But the pinpoint was like extremely stupid. It was just like, oh, here's a straight highway with nothing. It's like, okay, awesome. That's, I've found kind of a common feature of Reddit League that I've had to get used to over the years, especially now that I play a lot of hand-picked competitions where the pinpoints are reasonable, and then you'll get a Reddit League map where everything is fine except there's just a pinpoint that's like near impossible, and it's like, why is this in the map? I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense to me, but again, that's kind of just a feature of the competition that I've had to learn to live with. So hopefully we get reasonable pinpoints in this seed, and hopefully we don't get any rounds that I don't solve. So we're just going to jump in. Informed Canada, first game in Reddit League Division 3. We'll see how this one ends up for me. So this looks like probably British Columbia, but we will see. Could be Alberta or something, but I would think it is the Rocky Mountains at least. And we have some bins, which yeah, probably have info on them, but I can't read them. So never mind. Can I please read something? Luz Boulevard? I mean, I guess that helps. Again, there's a city name written on the street signs. I couldn't read that either. But eventually you'd have to think that I will get some kind of help in that department. Perhaps on these. Yukon. Okay, so it's probably Whitehorse then. That would check out. That is all in French, which is interesting. I mean, honestly, Luz Boulevard, I can probably just find it. I don't think this is anything but Whitehorse, so... Luz Boulevard is down here. I did not... Let's see. Is this the Mercier? Yeah, okay. This is definitely where we are. So we're somewhere in this residential mess. And then we have 12 and 14 are the houses. That'll help eventually. Assuming they're marked on the map. We're on Tucci Road and McQueston. Tucci is here, McQueston is there, and the houses are indeed numbered. Thank you very much for that. So we are directly in front of house number 12. So we're there. That is a solid start. My opponent again is Blaboo. No idea if he's played or not. I don't see him on the leaderboard, but that was quite an easy round, so I would be surprised if he doesn't 5k it. And again, if all the rounds are easy, then it's like, you know, maybe I'll draw, but I at least want to get a 25k. This is Newfoundland, which scares me because Newfoundland is one of the hardest places in Canada to figure out. because oftentimes all you get is the name of a tiny town, and there are a trillion tiny towns all over the island, so it makes it quite hard. Portugal Cove, St. Philip's. Again, that's gonna be a place. I have no idea how easy it's going to be to find. And it's coastal, but that doesn't help because everything in Newfoundland is coastal, or most things are. This, however, could be big. Bell Island Ferry. Never mind. I don't know what that is. Bell Island 4140. Oh my gosh, thank you. Okay, road numbers help a lot. So let's find them. I guess we're around here? No, maybe not, actually. Where else do you get two-digit road numbers, then? Where do you get two-digit road numbers? What in the world? Oh, this is very interesting. Okay. Oh, maybe it is here. Yeah, okay. So it is just near St. John's. Nice. Thank you for the road numbers. This would have been quite difficult for me, I think, otherwise. We appear to be kind of downtown. I think we're like here right now. So Anglican Church Road, we had that at the start. And not super sure about the pinpoint, but I have time to figure it out, so not a concern. Why is the road angle the way that it is? That is weird, because I swear I was on Anglican Church Road, but maybe I wasn't. Bocker Place. Okay. And I continue going south. What the heck? This is... Okay, it's Anglican Cemetery. I guess that's different. It's over here. Okay. There we go. That makes more sense. And then the pinpoint is... there's a house up there. There's a curve in the road, which is going to be that one. And then... I guess... Does this guy have a number on it? Probably not, because there's another house over there. It scares me ever so slightly here. Can I get the number of that? I can't. You see, oh God, I really don't love this. I have to say this scares me. I mean, we're pretty close to the curve, and there's a couple buildings over there. I just don't... And we're decently close to that curve as well. But we really are quite close to this one. I think we're like right around there. But this might not be 5K. I'm actually quite scared here. 16 meters. Okay. Whew. That was scary. I mean, it wasn't very clear what buildings I was seeing were what. Like, I was seeing a building to the west that was closer to the road, but all of these were kind of the same distance away from it, which was weird. And then it just kind of, I don't know. I really didn't know what to make of any of that. I guess I should have known that the house to my southeast was this one, but I was close enough, so thankfully we get away with that one. And we head to round 3. But like I said, Newfoundland is hard for several reasons, but I got very lucky that I got info early there. Because if I had had the info late, then I wouldn't have had time to solve that round. City of Thorold or something? I don't know what it says. Thorold. Okay, absolutely no clue where that is. I did not learn area codes before doing this, and I am a little bit scared that I'm going to regret that. I definitely didn't need them for any of the rounds I had in practice, but Ontario is kind of the one place where I feel it might be good to know them. But I don't. So that's his Niagara. That is actually, what is it? Niagara River Lions. Okay, I mean, that suggests that we're pretty close. Okay, thank you very much. That is a very helpful clue. All right, Albert something. Just get the name of the main road and I should be fine. If it has a name. There we go. Okay, can we please... Front Street. All right, Regent in front. Is it this one? No. Okay, maybe this is like a larger town than I realized. Front Street, kind of smaller on the map than I thought it would be, but that is the one, so we're good. Front Row Sports. We've got Front Street North and McNamara, which is here. And then we're just a little bit off of the intersection, about halfway between that and the Gray Road, I would say. Okay, that works. By the way, the name McNamara is it has to be one of the dumbest pronunciations of anything ever. Like, it makes no sense. Like, it's Mac despite the fact that there's no A. Like, it's just like, why isn't it like McNamara? Like, McNamara? Like, really? I don't know how we arrived at that. I mean, I'm sure it's like from Irish and there's some reason for it, but I feel like most other names that start with MC, you just say Mc and it like makes sense, but this one is just completely unhinged. Anyway, I guess it's 1 in the morning, and this is where my brain goes at 1 in the morning. Round 4. We have Ontario polls, so we are back in Ontario, and this is, okay, probably going to be very easy, which, I mean, I wouldn't complain about a 25K, so I'm not gonna be annoyed about this. 17 and 129. We're at the end of the 129 between Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury. So we're there. Sick. Now the intersection is interesting. So this is I guess this is the 129. So yeah, I mean, this checks out. Let me just check the road names. So we've got that. We're probably right there. Dawson and Water. Yeah, that is where we are. And we are right at the intersection. Okay, easy round, but again, not going to complain. I mean, the annoying thing is, like, Blaboo will 25k this if round 5 is also easy, but, you know, 3 points is 3 points, even if it's a draw. And, okay, this looks potentially challenging, actually. District of... I can't read that, but hopefully we eventually get to something that I can read. But this is... yeah, this is going to be harder, because it's just a residential area. I need to find my way out and get to a main road here. Covered bridge is interesting. Okay. I guess that helps. I probably crossed over a river or something there. It would be so incredibly typical of me to get the first 4 and then completely flub round 5, so I'm very wary of that. 23 balls. Okay, whatever. Let's just... there we go. This is surely what I need. It is, in fact, Balls Drive. We have more Ontario stuff. Muskoka, I didn't learn counties, and I wasn't going to, but we have the 11, which helps. And then we have the 118. Hopefully that is enough. Do we have road names? I'll get to that later. Balls and... what is it? What's the big one? Muskoka 118. I guess that's all I'm going to get. So, the 11 and the 118, I have to hope that those are national roads. If they're not, then rip me. But the 11 is here. Muskoka Falls. We're definitely in the right place here. We've got a McDonald's. Now, the road angle is a little suspicious because we're not downtown. McDonald's, Balls Drive. Here we go. Okay, so we were up... covered bridge. Okay, so we're like up here somewhere, maybe. We've got the 61 and 64. Okay, I'm not in the right place. Maybe we're here. Yep. 61, curiously, is not marked, but 64 is. And that feels right to me. I can check the other houses too, just to confirm. This is 68, which works. This is 72. I mean, yeah, it's just definitely going to be this. So we're kind of right in front of 64. right in the middle of it, as far as I can tell, sort of towards the west end of 61. That all fits. And that is 25k. Now, we will see if Blaboo has played, but that was not a hard seed, so I don't imagine that I'm going to get 4 points. I will probably get 3 out of this, but we will see. Or maybe we won't see, and I'll have to update you guys later. Okay, well, that's the end of the 25ks, which is encouraging. Still no sign of Blaboo. So now we're out of draw range, but again, I'm guessing he just hasn't played yet. But I can hope. Okay, at this point, I highly doubt he's below, but we'll see. All right, so I'm going to have to let you guys know, probably in the comments, how it went. I could also record a follow-up, but recording a follow-up means having to edit the video together, and that's kind of annoying, so I'm probably just going to take the path of least resistance and leave a comment letting you guys know how the match ended up. I'll go ahead and pin it. It doesn't even matter if I pin it. I mean, realistically, there's not going to be a lot of comments on this video, but yeah. I'll leave a comment. I'll let you guys know how Blaboo did. I am guaranteed at least 3 points in the table from that. I get 4 if I win, and I get 3 if I draw. Either way, it's a 25k. It's about as good a start as I could have asked for. So, yeah, it works for me. I'm glad that I didn't choke round 5, and I actually saw it through. But hopefully you guys are glad to see Reddit League return. I am certainly glad to see Reddit League return. I don't know. It's 1 a.m. I can't speak. But thank you all for the support as always. Yeah, feel free to leave a comment and letting me know that that you're glad to have it back if you made it this far. And hopefully you're looking forward to the rest of the weeks of the competition. But yeah, thanks for watching this one. Appreciate y'all, and I will see you again soon. Bye.